You're ready for this? Yo, who's the daddy? Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So welcome to part 1 of our Resident Evil 3 Remake walkthrough commentary guide. Just bear in mind that this is not a speed run. It won't include any of the Charlie doll locations, and we'll be skipping most of the readable files, although you'll probably come across these with your playthrough anyway. We will be including the cutscenes in the game, so you could always skip those if you want, but we just like to leave those in there for context. We start by answering the phone that's ringing over here in Jill's apartment.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my... What the hell is that thing?
So this beginning part of the game will bounce in between cutscenes and you being able to run to escape from the Nemesis. When you come up to these windows here, you can just push forward to jump over or press the mouse button to interact to jump over these windows. So just here it's important that you do press forward to be able to run, because in this section where the Nemesis is chasing you with the concrete block, if you don't run he will kill you. We're pretty safe for the moment from the Nemesis. We just need to continue along this alleyway towards the liquor store.
Jill? Over here!
Brad!
You okay?
What was that thing?
Damn if I know. But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town. You and me. I'm not sticking around. Just look around you. The longer we wait, the more screwed we are.
How'd this all happen so fast?
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like Arclay on steroids. Hey, wait! Down here!
We can now press the run button if we need to, and just a little tidbit here is you can actually see the bioweapons container here that the Nemesis was released in, showing that it was sent by Umbrella.
I gotta be dreaming. How could this many people be infected? Brad! Here they come!
just after this cutscene here, be ready to run straight away. Stay into the left, otherwise one of the police zombies will get you and kill you straight away with one bite. So we want to avoid that death by literally running straight to the left here towards the bar door.
Door behind you, go!
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
Okay, so we can continue around to the right here where we'll find a dead police officer where we'll take his pistol.
Sorry.
Now you can shoot this zombie here if you want to, but there's not really much point. You haven't got much ammo and there's quite a few. But notice I did like a really quick turn there. This is actually done by pressing Q on the keyboard. Now I would recommend maybe putting Q onto your mouse if you have a mouse with trigger buttons. So with this sign here that dropped down, we just need to run up to it and we will automatically crawl under it. Now we can run round to the left past the zombie coming out the school bus and through this gate.
Down there! Get to the parking garage roof!
Parking garage. Got it. Sir, are you alright?
Stay back! Don't come any closer!
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out there!
The parking garage isn't far. I can
The only safe place is in here!
So you can skip this dialogue with this guy by running on. However, if you go and interact with the door, it will continue.
Sir, what's your name? I can't just leave you behind.
It's Dario Rosso. And yeah, right. You just want to steal my safe house. Get your own, Missy.
Missy? Would you please calm down? I'm a police officer. I'm here to help.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've been doing a bang-up job. You want to help? Go handcuff yourself to one of those freaks.
Sir, this is your last chance. No one else is coming for you.
I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone.
So I think he may have got his wish. But another piece of the story if you're interested in that. So run over to the barrel here. There will be some handgun bullets which you can pick up. I'll continue to run towards the parking lot and we just have to crawl under the fence here. So if we continue running here forwards, we will get to the elevator where we can interact with the button. As zombies come out of the elevator here, we can just do a quick turn by pressing Q. Give ourselves a little bit of space. Now this zombie who's shambling towards us, you should be able to down him in about 3 headshots and then just give him a wide berth just in case he is still alive. We can just run past him here and now interact with the lift. So this next section is just an interactive cutscene, so just follow the on-screen prompts to continue to the next section.
Damn it! It's my turn, bitch!
Hey, easy, lady. I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos, and I'm saving you. Come on, let's get you someplace safe. I think we're in the clear.
Hope so.
We've been bringing survivors here.
Here where?
My guys have converted some subway cars into a shelter. It's safe.
I'm fine.
Personal space. Okay, I get it. Let's go. Oh, come on. Who's the dipshit that closed this? Sorry, we're gonna have to go around.
Hey, what do you know about that monster?
Nothing. I've never seen anything like it. But it's no zombie. It knows what it wants and won't stop till it gets it. Don't you like that in a man?
No thanks. He's all yours.
Listen, I promise you're in good hands. I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. UBCS for short.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this!
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about? Look, you don't have to trust me, but I'm going to the shelter. You coming? Come on, it's this way.
Here we just need to follow Carlos through to the next cutscene.
Hey, Captain. This fine young lady could use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her name? She is an elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Her name is something Valentine.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill. I am UBCS Platoon Leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue civilians.
Right. How's that going for you?
The city is completely cut off, isolated. Most of the 100,000 civilians will wind up dead. Correction, undead. My platoon has suffered serious losses. Just keeping them alive is more than I can manage.
Well, you can thank your corporate overlords for that.
Yes. Well, we are doing all we can. If we can get this subway train moving, we can evacuate some survivors. But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
All right. I'm in. But I am on their side, not yours.
Oh, hey. It's cool. We all want the same thing.
Thank you, Jill.
All right, Super Cop. Here you go. We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
Okay, first things first. We need to get you geared up.
So if we turn around and just go towards this bench here, you'll find a ammo crafting guide, which will tell you how to combine certain gunpowders. I'd normally try and store up some of the gunpowder until you've got the high grade gunpowder to be able to make shotgun shells, which will come in handy a later part of the game. This is the standard mode of the game, so you do get quite a lot of handgun ammo.
Jill, it's me again. You topside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me clearing the tracks. You mind getting the subway infrastructure back online?
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you hit the main road.
Copy that. Let's do this fast.
These crates with the yellow tape around it, we can actually destroy those. There's usually something inside that we can use, in this instance a red herb. We've also got some gunpowder on this crate here that we can collect, along with 2 green herbs. You'll come across some doors and boxes that have this yellow padlock on. We can't unlock those until later in the game. And here we just got a manual on the table which is telling us about how we can mix herbs. Any of you guys that are new to the game won't know how this works. However, it is pretty straightforward. You can combine a green and a red herb to be able to get maximum healing. You can also combine 2 green herbs for a decent level of healing, or 3 green herbs for maximum level of healing. The clock there in the corner we'll come back to later on. We've just got to collect some jewels to be able to unlock that. And here we've just combined the herb with the red herb with the green herb to be able to store up into our box. So we've got some in there for later on. Don't forget to save at the typewriter if you need to. However, if you're looking for an S rank, you may not want to save as much and as frequently, because you will get a better score towards the end of the game.
Gotta get that train moving.
Now, using the quick step by pressing the on-screen buttons will give you the option to be able to dodge. This is going to come in handy at certain parts in the game. This lone shambling zombie here, you can kill him if you want to. There is a way of just being able to kind of avoid some of these zombies. So if you want to conserve ammo, you can, but here we're just going to take him out. Always make sure when zombies have gone down, you give them an extra shot to the head just to make sure they're definitely dead. There's nothing worse than running past a zombie and it grabs your leg. There is some ammo on this barrel on the left hand side here that you can pick up and reload. Just around the corner here, you're going to have 2 zombies, the police zombie that's on the floor, and then one comes out from the left here. We're just going to bait these zombies out to the section we were a minute ago, just so we can literally avoid them. Again, we could kill them, but we just want to save the ammunition at this point. It is really entirely up to you. You should have enough handgun ammo to be able to kill them if you want to. I just prefer to use as little ammo as possible, and if there's a chance for me to be able to avoid using ammunition, I will. Maybe I'm relatively old school when it comes to Resident Evil. I'm used to the original Resident Evil games where ammo was very, very scarce, so dodging zombies that you can avoid was the way that I would play the original games. So quite easy just to use that barrier there as a way of being able to get some space between you and the zombies, now leaving us free to be able to run down the alleyway through to the next section. So here with the Toy Uncle store, we've got a lock on the door that we're able to unlock later once we get the lockpick. There will be one of the jewelry boxes in there that we'll need to unlock that clock that we saw earlier on in the game. And the same with the supermarket over here. We're not able to unlock this door until we have the bolt cutters. Something we'll be covering off later on. If we just run towards the end of the street here, it will trigger a cutscene.
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue. Which way do I go?
See a big transmission tower? That's the substation. You'll have to circle around through an alley to your right to get there.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. We're surely in tall drink of water like yourself to put out a few flames.
Fuck you.
So in order for us to progress through to the next area, we will need to put out the flames down this alley. Using this fire hydrant, we'll need to find ourselves a hose, which is what we're going to go and find now. Running back the way we just came, again, will trigger a cutscene where these zombies are going to come through the fence, opening up an area that we need to go through next. We can just back off here, giving us a little bit of space. We just want to wait for those 3 zombies to be closer to this red barrel next to this car. We're going to shoot that. We're just going to kill the 3 zombies instantly and also destroy the box, allowing us to pick up a gunpowder. This section down here, we want to just shoot the zombie who's got his back to us so he starts walking towards us. Make sure we stay to the left here so we can just use this little planting section to stay away from that female zombie. And then what we can do is shoot this power generator with the green light on the top to electrocute the zombies and just freeze them in place. Running around to the right here in the diner, we can pick up a gunpowder off the table, and then here we've got some handgun bullets. Notice here another locker with another yellow padlock, and then into the kitchen we can pick up a green herb, a fancy jewelry box, and here we've got a storage box where we can just store up some of our goodies. We're trying to save as much as possible, and if you guys want to save, then use the typewriter while you're here. So now if we leave the diner, we can literally just run round to the left here. There is a box here with some gunpowder. Just stay to the left though, because a policeman will burst out of that car. And now stick in to the right to avoid the zombies. What we can do here now is do a quick turn and just wait for these zombies to get a little bit closer. These 4 zombies again we can kill with the red barrel, just making it a little bit easier for us to be able to now take out that final police zombie that just came out of that vehicle. We always want to be going for headshots. It's the quickest and easiest way to be able to kill any of these zombies in the game, and literally just a weak spot in general. Again, a final kill shot on the zombie on the floor. And then if we just run around next to the diner here, there is actually some handgun ammo on the table there, so don't forget to pick that up. Do mark down this little alleyway that's locked here with a chain. We're going to be coming in there later once we get the bolt cutters. But for now, we want to head back the way we were coming, and we want to go into the Kite Brother offices here. Be aware of a zombie down the end of the corridor here. So now we can run along this hallway. We don't need to worry about the door in front of us. We'll use that later on. But for now, we just want to pick up the fire hose, which we need for the fire down the alleyway. In this room here, though, do take note of the shotgun. Now, you could always come back for this a little bit later, which is what we're going to do in this instance. So we're going to pick up the grenade out of the locker, and we've also got some gunpowder here. And the other locker we can't open at the moment because it's got a yellow padlock on it. We're going to head back out of the building here. Once we go through the main door here, we're just going to turn left. There are a few zombies at the top here, including one underneath this vehicle. You can just see the zombie's feet underneath the vehicle here. So just be aware before you run around the side of that vehicle that that zombie will come out. For now, we're just going to shoot this red barrel to kill these 2 zombies here. And then this zombie in the high-vis vest on the floor here, he will come alive if you don't shoot him. So we're just going to pop a few bullets into his head here to make sure he's dead. Now going into the pharmacy, we've got a green herb on the right-hand side. We do have a high-grade gunpowder in the shelving unit here, which we can now combine with a standard gunpowder if we want to. But for now, we're just going to convert the handgun bullets using the gunpowder. Do take note of this phone number on the wall there. There is a code there that we're going to use for the safe in a moment when we go through to the next room. We are going to go around this car here that we just had the zombies near the barrel. We're just going to shoot the zombie I mentioned who comes out from underneath here. so we can get to this crate with the yellow tape around it. So in the crate again, we've got some gunpowder, which will come in handy. We're just going to combine that now with the high grade to be able to create some shotgun shells. Now going back the way we came earlier, we can go up these stairs on the left hand side. There are some handgun bullets on this box here, so do pick those up. Now be really careful here, because if you were to run through this door really quick, a zombie is right in front of you, will usually get you. You can sometimes kind of hold the door open a little bit and shoot him in his head. If you do shoot him once, sometimes what happens is he will burst through the door. So sometimes you can run back like this here and just kind of prop the door open and shoot him as he comes out. But in this instance, he's actually walked in the other direction behind the door, giving us some space to be able to run through and then shoot him from behind. Some of these zombies will move forward quite quick and lunge at you, so it is sometimes good practice just to move away and give yourself a bit of space. If you hold down on the aim button to be able to aim and make sure that crosshair goes nice and tight before you shoot, you will get a more accurate shot. So here we've got the safe. This is where we're going to use the code from the Aqua Girl poster, which was left 9, right 3, and then left 7, and then press the space bar to be able to open the safe. In here we will get a dot sight for the handgun, which we can now just go into our inventory and attach after we've collected the gunpowder from the drawer. Clicking on combine and then clicking onto the handgun means we can combine those two together. We're now going to turn around and go out the door behind us. Now just down on the right hand side here is where we came through earlier, where we used the generator to electrocute the zombies. Round to the left here is a few zombies hidden behind these vents, so we're just going to collect the red herb that we got in the box here, and there is actually a red barrel here that you can use to kill the zombie that's behind those air conditioning units, but also this zombie on the floor. But what we're going to do is we're going to save this red barrel for later on. For now, we're just going to kill these two zombies with the handgun. So just on the floor there is another gunpowder, which at this point we can combine. We can also combine ammunition as well, so you can sometimes make some space by combining the ammunition in your inventory. So now we can slide down the ladder here behind us, and we've got now the fire hydrant that we can use the hose to be able to move through to the next section.
There.
So notice in this room there is another locker with another yellow padlock. Here is the bolt cutters, which will now get access to certain areas that we couldn't before. In the storage box now we can store away items that we don't necessarily need, giving us space for the next part of the game. We don't have the shotgun at the moment, so we can get rid of that. Don't forget to save if you need to.
Is someone in here?
So now we can use the bolt cutters on the door just by clicking on it and then pressing use on the item we want to use, allowing us access to the next room.
Your UBCS?
Yeah, careful, careful. Come on, don't look at me like that, all right? I'm not unaffected.
let's take it.
No, wait, please!
What the fuck?
He was infected.
He might have been infected.
Oh, stars, this soft. No wonder so many of you dead.
And what are you, UBCS? Killing your own people?
He would have turned. There's your sense of self-preservation. Go back to the subway station. We don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
So on the table here is some shotgun shells. We can go and store them back in the box that's behind us. We don't need them at this stage. We don't have the shotgun yet. And we can also store the bolt cutters at this stage as well, because we just want to clear a little bit of space in our inventory. Running through the garage here through to the next section. If we run down the stairs and turn right here, there is actually a dead operative on the floor where we can collect some handgun bullets. There are a few little notes scattered around this area that you can read if you want, but they're just going to give you backstory or information. Notice here we've got another one of these power generators. When they've got the green light on the top, that means we can use them. Timing it right here means we can shoot it and we can stun the dogs. Just bear in mind why there's a yellow light on top of those generators. That means that they are recharging, and if you was to shoot them at that stage, there's not much that they will do. So running through the two doors here means we're safe now from those dogs. So in this room are 3 zombies. There's 2 female zombies shambling around at the bottom and 1 male zombie that will come down the stairs. Just give yourself a bit of space and just take these zombies out. So this is the final zombie in this area, the zombie in the high-vis vest. So now we've dispatched the 3 zombies. Just round to the right here are some lockers. One, again, we can't get to because of a yellow padlock. We do have some gunpowder in one locker, which we can pick up now, and then head up the stairs here. Once you get to the top of the stairs, there will be a red herb on the table here, so do pick that up. So in the next room here on the right hand side is a hip pouch, which will increase our inventory size by 2. So we definitely want to pick that up. And now we can get into the box where we can store some items that we don't need at this stage. Don't forget to save if you need to. And what we can do now is head out this door on the right hand side.
Oh, it smells like... Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
So 2 green herbs here that we can pick up. We're going to run along to the end here. We will pick up that box that guy's got there in a minute. But for now, we're going to run around the corner, shoot the box here to be able to pick up some handgun bullets. Now we can go over to this dead guy on the floor, pick up the box that he's got, and this is where we'll get the set of lock picks. This is what we're going to need to unlock those yellow padlocks that we keep coming across. To open the box, you just need to click on it and be able to choose the option to examine. Go into your inventory, click on the box, choose examine, and now if we move it with our mouse button, we'll get to a point where it'll give us the prompt for spacebar to be able to open it, and now we've got the lock picks that were inside. We just have to click on the lock here and press use on the lock picks to be able to unlock the gate. So Jill has just been infested with parasites here. What we need to do here is use the green herbs. If you use 1 green herb on its own, it will actually get the parasites out of you. You don't have long before they'll burst out of your body and kill you, so you want to use a green herb as soon as you can. Now just round to the left here, you'll see one of these bug creatures. We can shoot the generator that's down there to use the electricity to kill the beast. The same here as well with this one that's around the corner. We can actually use the electricity there to cause them to explode. Picking up the green herb there and then running on and around the corner here. Another green herb straight in front of you here. And then if we turn and then go to the right, we've got one of the first switches that we need to switch here for the power. Now we're going to go through the door on our right. Be careful, some bugs will sometimes come out of that hole in the wall there. If you're quick enough, you can avoid them. Box here that we can shoot and get some more handgun ammo, which we will need in a minute. And then down the ladder at the end. So run round to the right here. Just be careful here. There's going to be quite a few bugs in this area running along the ceiling and the walls. You can usually hear them running around. There's one up above us here. Once you shoot these bugs, they will usually drop once they've been hit once, and you shoot them while they're on the floor, causing them to explode. And we saw one up on the ceiling here having a swipe at us. If we do not kill the ones that are hanging from the ceiling, they will put those parasites in your body again, like that one we had earlier, which means if that happens too often, you're going to run out of herbs, although we've got a few at the moment. So here we'll get 2 bursts through the wall. Make sure you kill all these in this area before you move on. If we run round to the left here, we've got another switch here. There was an enemy through the other side of that fence there, which we just shot the generator there to kill. Now we can run back the way we came, turn left. Can hear some of these creatures behind us. So just use the dodge button if you can as well, sometimes being able to dodge the enemies that are on the ceiling. So now we've killed these guys here, we can now switch the final power switch on. I'm going to dodge these 2 here, and we should now just be able to run round the corner here, use the generator to kill those last couple of bugs that were behind us, and then we can just leave the way we came in. Now we're through this gate, we are actually safe from those bugs. We can just go back up the stairs here, back into the power room.
Okay. All that leaves is the main power switch. Enjoy.
So that there is actually one of the most challenging sections in this part of the walkthrough, in my opinion. It can be quite difficult there. We took a little bit of damage. We can just get a herb from the box from our extensive stock right now to be able to heal that relatively easy. So save if you need to here, and now we can move on through to the next section.
Carlos, it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic control system. It should be in the subway company's offices. Unfortunately, all I can tell you is that it's somewhere in the area.
You don't even know what building? That's helpful.
Thanks, partner. I try.
Not your partner.
So remember we had that locker down here that had the yellow lock on it. We're just going to use the lockpick now to unlock that. And inside here now we've got some more handgun bullets. If we run round to the right here after coming out of this gate, and just around the corner in front of this car is actually a box with the yellow tape on it, which will give us some gunpowder. So now this is our first proper encounter with the Nemesis, where we will need to run from him. Just literally run round to the left down this alleyway. If he swings at you like that, then he's going to stay behind you. Sometimes he will jump in front of you here, but you can use the generator that you used earlier for the dogs to be able to shock him. Just here, just try and run to the right real quick and dodge forward to avoid the zombie from grabbing you.
Carlos! That thing is still alive! It's after me!
What? Run! station.
Not until I get traffic control online.
So we can unlock this locker here now using the lock picks. It's going to give us a first aid spray, which comes in handy. Don't forget to get the bolt cutters out. We will be using those. So here we run forward towards the yellow stairs. Here you can dodge the Nemesis and climb up the ladder. This is where we saved the red barrel from earlier. So if we run towards this stairway here, the Nemesis will run up the stairs very fast. So you just got to be really cautious that you trigger it right. He is very fast at this stage, very dangerous, and he will kill you in a few hits. So what we want to do is shoot the red barrel, cause an explosion. He will drop a supply case here, which will have some goodies in it. We are just going to use that first aid spray now that we just picked up a moment ago. Running down the stairs that we came up earlier, and this time we're going to go to the left, back towards the diner. So into Moon's Donuts here, and to the left we can now pick the lock on the locker here using the lockpick. In here will be a hand grenade, which will come in handy. Don't forget to open your case that you just dropped. In this instance, we got an extended mag for our handgun. Just again need to combine it with the handgun like we did earlier. Don't forget to save if you need to, and then we just need to go back out of the safe kitchen area. If we run around to the left here and go out of the diner, we can now run across to the gate that was locked earlier. We can now use the bolt cutters to get access to this alleyway. There is a zombie behind this bin that will come alive. We just need to make sure he's dead. And then around the corner here are 3 zombies. We just want to bait them, make them come and follow us. We're now going to shoot the red barrel on the right hand side to kill the 3 zombies once they're in range. Running back round to the left here now, we've got some handgun bullets on top of the barrel and a hand grenade on the dead operative on the floor there, and then some shotgun shells in the silver case. Now if we stay back here at this section, you will find there's a couple of zombies that may stop you from getting through to the next section. We just want to kill these. The Nemesis will be back here in a minute. The last thing you want is these zombies slowing you down when the Nemesis arrives, or grabbing you while you're trying to dispatch the Nemesis. There is a second zombie shambling around there, but this instance he goes off in the other direction. Now if we just use the grenade on the Nemesis here, it just will stun him, giving us enough time to be able to run into the Kite Brothers offices here.
I think this might be the building.
So we can run round to the right here. What we're going to do is pick up the shotgun that we left earlier. Before that though, we're going to just unlock the padlock here in the room. Pick up the first aid spray, and now we can unlock the shotgun. So equip the shotgun by using the number buttons or by using your scroll wheel on your mouse.
Carlos, I'm in the control room. Now what?
Nice. Now you gotta plot out a route.
Okay, give me a sec.
So here we've got a silver case that we're going to use our lockpick on to unlock. And then pick up the extra shotgun shells. If we run over to this terminal here, we can now put in the route that we need.
The train is stopped at Redstone Street. We need to reach Fox Park Station.
The first one you're going to need is FA02,
I'm Super Cop.
then RA03, and then SA02. Once you've put them in, just scroll down and press enter.
Confirmed.
Carlos, it's me. I finished inputting the subway route.
Jill, you are amazing. Tough as nails, too. Hurry back to the station. We'll make sure the subway's ready to depart.
So now we can go out the door we came in. Just note a zombie will stand up and come alive at this stage. We just need to pump 2 shots into his head. Handguns are not very effective against those, so make sure you are using the shotgun. Now we're going to have a police officer zombie burst through the door, but he walks straight forward to the wall, giving us enough space to just run past him. Going to run around to the right here. This zombie here you could potentially avoid by running around to the right, but for speed we're just going to shoot him once in the head, dropping him, and now we are back into the diner. We go back in the kitchen where we can just make sure we're saving if we need to, and just make sure that our inventory is where it needs to be. At this stage we want to make sure we've got at least 3 or 4 free slots to be able to do what we need to in the next section. So now we're going to equip the hand grenade because we do have here another encounter with the Nemesis.
What the hell was addicted to that?
Throw the grenade straight away by pressing the right mouse button and then the left mouse button to throw will not only shock him but also allows him to drop another supply case, which means if we open this now we will actually get a handgun suppressor, which is very nice. So again, combine that with your handgun. Handgun will now take up 2 spaces. We just want to avoid the zombie that's on the floor here by running past it. There are some zombies on the left here. Again, we can just avoid them. Go to the shop here and use the bolt cutters to gain access. Here we've got the fancy box, and we also have some gunpowder in this room. We can discard the bolt cutters now. We don't need them anymore. Pick up the high grade gunpowder, and then we're going to run straight over to Toy Uncle. Here now we're going to use the lockpick to gain access to this shop. And then here, just straight in front of us again, is another fancy box. So these are the last 2 fancy boxes we need. We're almost there now, guys. Just avoid the zombie that crawls out from underneath the car. Back through the alleyway that we came through earlier. There's one zombie here in front of you, just blasted to the head. As we run down towards the bottom of the alley here, a police zombie will come around the corner. Again, we can just shoot him and then run around. The rest of the zombies in this area you can usually avoid, run through and under the shutter. So we can breathe a little bit now. By examining these boxes, we can do what we did earlier, just adjust it, press space button to open. These are the jewels we need for this clock that we're going to unlock to be able to get some goodies. Now we stored up the other one in the box earlier, so don't forget to get that one out. We're going to clear some space here by just storing up some items we don't need at this stage. So by interacting with the clock here and then just clicking on the gem and pressing use, we'll unlock this little hidden compartment at the bottom, allowing you to get a hand grenade, a stock for your shotgun, and a hip pouch, which will increase your inventory capacity by 2. Don't forget to combine the stock with your shotgun. Save if you need to, and then just as we go through the gate here on the right hand side, remember the box with the lock on from earlier that we can now use the lock picks on to unlock. This will now give us some bonus shotgun shells. So make sure at this stage you've equipped your handgun, because we will need that in a moment.
Nice job, Super Cop. I'm impressed.
We back in business?
Yeah, mostly. But we need 30 to 40 minutes to finish maintenance. Nikolai, how are we doing?
The town's crawling with those freaks. No chance of fighting our way out of the city. Why is she here?
She's helping get the trains running again.
Bad time to start carrying dead weight, friend. She's unreliable. Can't pull the trigger when it counts.
Hey, take it easy.
She'll get you killed.
Sorry about that. Everyone's a little worked up. Oh, come on. Not again.
It's me he's after.
Hey.
I'll buy you some time.
Hey, wait! Wait, Jill!
So here we want to make sure we're running straight away. There is a first aid spray that you can click on at the end there, but you want to make sure you're dodging here straight forward up the stairs to be able to avoid the Nemesis from grabbing you. And then as he comes around the corner, we want to shoot the power generator to be able to freeze him in place for a moment, giving us enough time for us to run through this storage area, picking up the handgun bullets on the steps there. Now if we turn now and wait for him to come through, we're going to shoot these red barrels to be able to down him, which is now going to give us enough time to be able to access this yellow vent. So now we're in the sewer area and we have given ourselves a little bit of breathing space from the Nemesis for a short time.
Carlos, do you copy? Carlos! Oh, shit. Oh, I need to find
So in this room here, we've got a save area with a box, and we can pick up the map off the wall here if you need the map.
a map of the area.
Red herb,
Perfect.
and then some items that you can get from the locker. Don't forget at this stage to store away anything that you don't need at this stage. Don't forget to save if you need to. Now we're going to come out of the save room and run down to the left here. Note there is a hip pouch in this room which we will collect later. So turn left here. What we can do is we can go down into the sewer by sliding down this ramp.
Oh, God. I'm definitely burning this boat.
Just over on the right hand side here is a hand grenade which you'll want to pick up because we're going to use that next. You've got like these deformed mutated toads down in the sewer here which do not like heat, so they don't like fire. We're going to use the hand grenade on this one here and then just shoot it a couple of times with the handgun, and that will be enough to kill it.
What the fuck was that?
Running along to the end here and then up the yellow ladder will give us access to a room where we're now going to be able to get the Mgo Grenade Launcher. We also have another box here where we can store up items we don't need. Now at this stage we want to make sure we've got enough space, so getting rid of the shotgun at this stage and the handgun bullets so we've got some space. Pick up the explosive B from the top of the barrel here. Back out the way we came, and now what we want to do is we'll want to equip that grenade launcher. It's got 2 shots in it at the moment, which is enough to get us through to the next section. Now be aware another one of these mutated toads will be down here. We just need to shoot it once with one of the flame rounds and just let it burn. It will be enough to kill it. Can now run past that, and then to the right here underneath the sludge that's coming down towards the end here will be a box that we can shoot where we can pick up some gunpowder and then some shotgun shells on the dead body on the floor. Re-equip the grenade launcher because there will be another one of these mutated toads that comes out of the tube here. Again, just shoot it and that will die. Don't miss on the right hand side here, some more flame rounds which we can pick up. And then we're just going to go up the yellow set of ladders here into the next room. Here we're looking for a battery pack which you'll find on this table here. So what we're going to do here is reload the grenade launcher to give us an extra slot where the flame rounds are. We've got high grade gunpowder here. We're also able to unlock the locker here using the lockpick. This will give us an explosive A, which what we can do here is we can mix explosive A with explosive B to make more flame rounds, and then we can reload those flame rounds into the grenade launcher, giving us some extra space. Gunpowder and then a herb on the floor. We can just combine the gunpowder to make some more shotgun shells and then combine the shotgun shells, giving us a bit of extra space in our inventory. So now we just need to go back the way we came. Just be aware there will be two more of these toad-like sewer monsters down here as we go back the way we came. So once we get back around to the end here, we just need to turn left. Another sewer monster will jump up in front of you. Again, just another flame round will do the job. So we're now going to go up the yellow set of ladders that are at the top here. Follow it round to the locked door here. Now we can use the battery pack to be able to unlock the locking mechanism. You'll want to re-equip your grenade launcher here because another sewer monster will jump up in front of you here. Now we can run around and unlock this orange gate, allowing us to be able to pick back up our battery pack. Now if we run round to the right here, we can use the battery pack on the door here, allowing us to be able to pick up that hip pouch that we saw earlier on, some gunpowder, and over in the corner of the desk here is some explosive A. Now when you leave this door, don't forget to pick up your battery pack from the locking mechanism. So now if we just run forward here, what we're going to do is run around to the right here, and there's these ladders that we can kick down to now be able to get access to the next door. On the right here is the door we need to add the battery pack to. So if we just run up these stairs now, it will just lead us through to the next area.
Carlos, can you hear me now?
Jill! Oh, thank God. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm alive. I lost him.
Great. The The subway's ready to go. We'll leave as soon as you make it back.
So at this point it is just a matter of running. Sometimes you can dodge this zombie here. He did manage to grab me, but if you click you will be able to get him off. Now just in front of us here is a safe room, so we can go in there, access the storage and save option, but through this room in the back here is some explosive A and a green herb which you'll want to pick up. You can now combine the two explosive A's to create some grenade rounds. We've used the herb there because we did take a little bit of damage from that zombie when it grabbed us, and now we can just make sure that we're picking back up our shotgun that we stored earlier, which we will need. And we're just going to swap out our shotgun shells here, so we've got a few extra. Store the 10. You can only hold 20 shotgun rounds max in one stack in one slot. I'm also going to take out a mixed herb as well, just in case. Don't forget to save if you need to at this stage. So here we've just loaded our explosive rounds into our grenade launcher by pressing E to swap over the grenade type, which will come in handy later on. So we want to go up these stairs at the end here. There's one zombie blocking our way. We can just headshot him with the shotgun, which is enough to knock him down, allowing us to run past.
I gotta get out. Quick.
To the left here are these wooden planks. We just need to press and hold down on the prompt that's on screen, allowing us to run across them to get over the gap. So we're climbing up the yellow ladders here to avoid the Nemesis's flamethrower. He will jump up on the other side, so make sure you run up these stairs quite quick to avoid his flames. Continue running round in front of you. You can see these planks going across the gap, and then there is a gap here, but you will automatically jump over as you get towards the edge. Turn right, and again over the planks here, up to the yellow ladders. Run forward, and then to the right is another set of short ladders which you can run up, and then run forward, and then to the left will give you another gap again that you can jump over. Up another set of ladders, and then here to the left again is another save area where we can access the storage box and a typewriter if you need to save. So here you just want to make sure that you've got a decent amount of weapons and ammo with you, because we are going to be encountering a boss battle next. So pop a save in if you need to. And now we get to fight the Nemesis. So that tank he's got on his back is actually a weak spot. He can shoot that, causing it to explode. He's also got this thing on his chest which covers almost like where his heart would be. That is also a weak spot. For now we can just go behind these crates to be able to shelter us from his flamethrower until it overheats. At this point where he's letting it cool down, we can just get a couple of shots in on him here with the grenade launcher. We're now going to pop a grenade down as well, which we picked up earlier, and this is going to make him go down. We can now just pop a few bullets in him, try and aim for that part of his chest.
Still kicking
There is a box over on the right hand side here with a green herb in it and also a red herb there next to it. If you get a chance to grab them, they're going to come in handy later on. So here when he does that, where he's going to run forward, it does look like he's charging at you, and then just over at this box here are some items that you can collect. We can dodge and move out the way, try and avoid his attacks as much as you can, and again just pump in shots into that weak point on his chest. He did catch us here, but it doesn't really matter too much at this stage because we've got full health. Just again using the dodge button to be able to dodge out his way, giving us a chance to reload. Here we're able to shoot the generator to be able to stun him, and now we've done enough damage to him to be able to beat the Nemesis. So the game is quite dynamic. There's going to be playthroughs where you'll probably not get hit, and then there's going to be playthroughs where you get hit a lot. The game can play out in lots of different ways, and that's just the joy of the game. You can try and do things a specific way. It won't always work 100%.
Turning yourself into bait. You could have been killed.
Don't start. I did what I had to.
I know. And thanks. The subway's ready to go. Hurry back.
So we're reloading our weapons, make sure everything's reloaded. Now what we can do is we can use the yellow steps on the side of the fire engine here to be able to climb up and get through to the next area. So here there's a few zombies shambling around. You can avoid these, but if you do just pop a shot into them, they will walk over towards you when you're up the top on these steps. It means we can just use this red barrel over on the right hand side to be able to explode them all, giving us a bit of free space to be able to explore the area if we need to. Now if we run down the ramp here towards the underground parking, you might recognise this from Resident Evil 2 if you played the remake of that. And then just in front of the police car here is a silver box which we can unlock and get some high grade gunpowder from. Just return back up the way we came, and we're just going to go towards Kendos Gun Shop, which is just at the top of this ramp, and then turn right. So you'll have a few items to collect in here. Don't worry if you haven't got enough inventory space. There is a storage box in this same room. The first thing though you really want to pick up is the semi-auto barrel for the shotgun, and then equip that to the shotgun, which will allow you to shoot in faster succession and also hold some extra ammo. Just on the shelf here is an explosive A. We've got an explosive B over here as well, which we can combine now to make some more flame rounds. And then just combine the flame rounds to give us a bit of extra space. Handgun bullets over on the top of the table here. We've got some gunpowder here, which we can now combine with the high grade to make ourselves some shotgun shells. Now we can pick up that final green herb.
move! Shit, Jill.
Kendo, you're all right.
Yeah, all right's a stretch. Sorry, I got a little jumpy there. Didn't know quite what to expect.
No shit. Look, we're using the subway to get people out of town. You in?
Subway. Well, that's good thinking.
When we get out, there's gonna be a lot to do. We could use a man of your skill set. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just bad timing is all. Yeah. Look, don't worry about me. I'm gonna make other arrangements, okay?
You better. You're the best gunsmith around.
Oh, no.
Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, that's your job, right? Take care, Jill. If you're heading to the station, take that service alley out in front of the shop, okay? The key's hanging on the wall.
Here we're able to access the storage box to be able to store up anything we don't need, clearing us a little bit of space in our inventory. Don't forget to save if you need to. So out the door and to the right here, this is the alleyway that we need to use the key on the padlock on the gate. Don't forget to discard the key from your inventory once you've finished with it. This zombie on the floor here, he is going to come alive in a minute when we pick up the red herb. Sometimes he'll come alive behind you if you don't shoot him and trap you. So we just want to make sure he's dead before we move up to the next part of the alley. Using the shotgun on this guy means we can just use 2 shots in the head and he's dead. And then through the door here, just as we come through this house here, there is another one of those enemies here. Again, we can just headshot with the shotgun twice, be enough to kill that. So here we're just going to discard the key from the gate that we don't need anymore, it's one use. And then we're going to go up the stairs here because there is a locked box in here that we can use the lockpick on. So once you've picked up the grenade rounds, we can now just go back out down the stairs and out through the front door. So here we're going to have another encounter with the Nemesis. So we know where his rockets are going to hit because the laser goes red. You can usually avoid most of these, but at certain points you may get hit by it. Like here, this zombie is in the way here. Sometimes you can shoot him in time to be able to move him out of the way or dodge him. We did get hit by the rocket there, which nearly killed us, but luckily enough, we've got a herb with us. Running around to the right here, using the wall to be able to give us some cover. You can use the dodge maneuver to try and dodge some of these rockets as well.
Jill, you okay?
Carlos, that monster's on my ass again.
Are you shitting me? I thought you killed him.
Me too.
So run right here close to the cars, may give you a little bit of extra cover from the rockets. You can sometimes avoid them completely by doing that, but once you get to the end of the road here, the cutscene will cut in. So just over on the left side here is another box. It's got a first aid spray in it, which you may need at this stage if you've been injured. Feel free to use it or store it up for later in the game. So climbing up this ladder here will then take us back to a familiar area where we've been a couple of times before.
Jill, you there? I think I know how to slow that fucker down. Head back towards the station.
And lead him right to you?
It's okay. Trust me.
So running around to the left here near Jim's Crabs. Part of this area now is blocked off. We can only pretty much go one way, and that's up towards the Toy Uncle Superstore. Just be aware here, this head is now going to roll. You'd need to immediately do a quick turn here and just run down and to the right, just to avoid this head rolling down the stairs. It will insta-kill you, and it will be pretty much fatal consequences if you die there. So you want to make sure you avoid that. Once we've avoided that, we can run back at the top. Nemesis is now behind us with his rocket launcher. We're just going to run back round to the right, heading back towards the subway where we were earlier on in the game.
Jill, this way!
Follow Carlos round to the right, and that will now trigger a cutscene. Well done, guys, you've just made it through the first section of Resident Evil 3 Remake. Next section we will be playing as Carlos. That will be a part 2 guide from me. So if you have enjoyed this guide or taken any helpful tips from it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and just watch this space for more Resident Evil 3 content. So I'll catch you guys on another video, and thanks for watching.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Carlos, I know we didn't get off to a great start, but thanks for the save.
Hey, you saved my ass first. You're a hell of a lot braver than me.
Well, what matters is that we can get everyone out of the city now.
Yeah, you'll be safe.
What about you?
From the sound of it, I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
No, there'll be new orders. If it means I can help save the city, it's fine by me.
Good work. Your reputation is well deserved. Get inside. The subway's about to leave. Carlos, Tyrell, you have your orders. You need to go back out into the city and find Nathaniel Bard.
This isn't the last ride out of town, right?
Do not worry. Once the civilians are safe, the train will be back.
It's all right, you're going ahead. I'm not gonna die on you, leave you in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world.
Okay.
You need to find this scientist. His vaccine research could save us all.
You see? You're learning. The only life that matters is your own.
Good luck. Let's go.
You don't really think a pencil pusher like Barton is still alive, do you?
I have it on good authority. Why? Are you worried about teammates? Or something else? Funny how brainless zombies can ambush a platoon like that. Funny the gate was locked. Don't you think?
What was that? How is this fucker not dead yet?
No, they're gone. Come, this way.
Nikolai, what are you doing?
It's not after you.
Nikolai!
Get off my train, shitbird!
You're ready for this? Yo, who's the daddy?